Have you ever experienced power outages that last for days on end? My experience with power outages started when I was just 6 years old at my grandmother's house in the country. I remember eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, carrying handheld candles around the house to be able to see, sleeping in the living room in sleeping bags, and asking my grandparents when I would get to watch Dora the Explorer again. As a child, my grandmother took care of preparing the home for the winter season, but as I steadily got older, about in my teens, she began to pass on skills from her parents down to me. She taught me how to trap heat in a home with blankets, make use of a small pantry, and buy specific items in preparation for catastrophe and natural disasters. If power goes out, there are multiple ways to survive until it is restored, and there are additional ways to prepare your home beforehand in case danger strikes. Today I will convey how to survive a power outage with no preparation, very minimal preparation, and advanced preparation. These three options will allow you to choose how you would like to survive a power outage without spending too much money and staying within your budget. There are multiple ways of surviving a power outage with no preparation. In any emergency situation, you can easily repurpose household items to survive until power is restored. And during such a situation, there are three main needs to be met, and these three needs are food, water, and shelter. When the power goes out, the first thing you must do is look at all the supplies you could feasibly use. Most homes today stay stocked up on shelf-stable foods such as granola bars, crackers, peanut butter, jelly, bread, jerky, and as long as your household has some of these items or other food items you could eat without too much heating or too much hassle to make, you can survive until power is restored. Water is also another necessity. If you do not have drinking or bottled water at home, it is recommended you go out and buy some with cash if the power is already out, due to the fact that most stores' credit card readers and debit card readers may not work. You will also need to fill the tub or buy a few gallons of water for toilet flushing, hand washing, and showering. The final necessity is shelter. During a power outage, it is unlikely you will live with your neighbor next door. So you must insulate your own home by trapping in heat. All windows and rooms not closed off for the duration of the outage must be covered with bed sheets or throw blankets. The cloth will insulate the window and block the cold air from getting inside. Furthermore, once the home is insulated properly, you can repurpose candles, just like Yankee candles or Bath & Body Works candles, as light sources or heating methods. However, most sites encourage bundling up in layers of clothing, like a shirt and a jacket, and then a hoodie, and then maybe another jacket, before going to open flame heating methods, just because with little children or pets it may be unsafe. However, you could even utilize like hot hands or reusable hand warmers for extra warmth if your candle supply is low in stock. Next, we will discuss how to survive a power outage with minimal preparation. As stated above, you need food, water, and a heated shelter or space during a winter power outage. With minimal preparation, you can buy food for your pantry in advance, say like a loaf of bread one month or a couple bags of jerky the next month, to be used specifically and only during a power outage. You could also buy water in advance for those in your household. According to the Federal Emergency Management Agency, you would need about 1 gallon of water per person per day. The power would feasibly be out. It is also recommended to organize a space in the house for throw blankets or extra bed sheets to be kept for an emergency to avoid wasting time finding blankets in a closet or dresser drawer. If you want to survive off of heated canned food, cup noodles, and even popcorn, then you will require a heating source, of course. One method of cooking food during such an emergency would be to make a fire outside the home and utilize a grill top or some other metal surface as a flat surface for the pot or pan. You could also use a gardening rake to get hot embers from the fire and place the pot or pan carefully on top of it. If an open flame candle is too risky for a heating source, then a better option would be to utilize 2 clay flower pots. They are small, but they are mighty. You would also need 4 tea light candles and a heat-safe metal pan. Wonder How To, a survival web page, instructs you to put the metal pan on a flat surface, place the 4 tea light candles in a 2x2 square, light the tea lights safely with a lighter, and place the small flower pot on top of the sides of the pan, and finally, put the large pot over top of the small pot. This setup can usually last about 4 hours and heat a small dorm room, so be aware of how much space you need to heat. Also, visibility is a must for any household in a power outage. If you would prefer not to use candles, then a better option would be to invest in an LED camping lantern or a few reliable flashlights. Most camping lanterns cost around $15 to $20, and a 6-pack of flashlights would cost anywhere between $15 and $25. Remember, you must also stock up on batteries, and remember to turn off the light when it's not being used. Now we will look at ways to prepare in advance for power outages. It is easier on the wallet to prepare in advance for these disasters. You will be comforted that you will not have to push through people panicking at the local Walmart to get what you need. You will also be safer with the equipment that I'm about to mention. This amount of preparation would best fit a family with children or pets. In order to safely cook with heat during a power outage, the best option would be like a butane camping stove or an outside barbecue grill. The butane camping stove will cost around $30 with the added cost of $4 per canister of fuel. However, if you already own and use a barbecue, then you would only need to bundle up in warm clothes and be stocked up on your fuel to be cooking as safely as possible. If you have a lot of open space or want to heat your house with something other than the flower pots, then Consumer Reports suggest a portable propane heater designed for specifically indoor use. It is important to mention this method should be used only after reading and understanding the user manual. You should also get an updated smoke and carbon monoxide detector and only use it on a fireproof, stable surface, the portable propane heater. This method will run about $60 to $100, so if your area is not particularly prone to power outages, it might be easier to go with the flower pot. As long as you have food, water, and a heated, safe space to live in during a power outage, then you'll be prepared and you can crack open a book to entertain yourself until the electricity is returned. And despite what option is better or best for you, it is important to remember to always be safe and read the user manual for appliances used commonly in camping. It is also important to check your food before you use it, especially if you've stocked up beforehand. When a power outage occurs, you must see what you have, utilize what you have, and go out when it is safe if you need to buy necessities like food, water, and heating. Just remember, when the power is out, your credit card or debit card may not work at the store, so try and keep some cash on hand. Whatever the household budget, there are always options for survival. It may be better to prepare your household before rather than later, especially stores could be low in stock. Although knowing what to do in a power outage will help you survive until the power gets restored, it's important to note the best advice I could ever give you is to stay calm. If you remain calm, then you can maintain a clear mind and be more productive than if you were stressed trying to remember what you need to do. Thank you.